Shalom. So, this is Ezekiel chapter 4 and 13. It says, "And the Lord said, Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." So, we need to understand that we are eating defiled foods, right? So, no matter how much you think you're going organic or things like that, what is the standard of the organic foods that we're actually eating? It doesn't matter how organic you think you are going, even if you are the one growing your own foods. These people have tapped into everything. As long as we're getting seeds from them, there's no such thing as organic, right? Because these seeds are out of their natural state, right? They're engineered, and that means they lost the electricity that they would have, right? So you can be eating all the vegetables and stuff like that, but you're still not getting what you're supposed to be getting from them. The energy, the electricity that keeps you, that's not there, right? So it doesn't matter what markets you go to, it's the same thing. And I can tell you this because farming is what I do. And what happened is, I'm going to show you something first. All right, as you can see here, these are some nice vegetables, tomatoes. They look really good, right? Yes, but what happened is when we put their seeds in our soil, what it also does is it kills the nutrients in the soil, right? So let's say you plant their seeds in your soil and you're growing bananas. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna kill the nutrients in the soil, so it doesn't matter what amount of banana you're eating, you're still short on potassium because that is gone from the soil itself, even though the food is there, right? So what the trees should be getting from the earth, it's not getting. So therefore, it doesn't matter how much you nurture your plant or care for it, you're still not getting the very thing that you want to get from the crop, right? So like I said, yes, they destroy the soil, right? So even if you have foods that they don't really tamper with, like we have the yam, dashin, and so forth, they don't really tamper with these things. You don't really find it in their laboratories, or you don't find it on the market. The ones that are on the market, they tamper with the most, right? But there are other things that they don't really fool around, but messing around with your soil already deals with that part. You understand? So we are still eating our defiled breads. It doesn't matter how much you think you're avoiding it. It doesn't matter how much you go to your farmers markets and so forth. It's all the same thing, right? And this is coming from somewhere, right? Because they also they also studied all of history, and they knew how famine hit them and what had happened back then, right? Just before they came over in the West. So let's go to Genesis chapter 4 and verse 12. Okay, 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. Right? So this is coming from far away, right? And that's what happens. This is why they're always in the labs to make their own foods, which are not really foods, because food is something that nourishes your body. So when you eat to feed your organs. Now, if the life is missing from the things that we're eating, then that means it's not food, right? So just because we can chew it, just because we can swallow it, just because our stomach might feel full after we eat, it doesn't mean that that is food, right? Because the function of the food is to do something specific. we have to take care of our organs, and it's not getting that life that it should be getting from the foods that we eat, right? So therefore, we're eating our defiled bread, defiled foods among the Gentiles, right? It's the same thing they do with the water. They control it, they monopolize it, right? They control everything, right? So we need to just be conscious that, okay, whatever we're eating, don't be eating too much of it. All right? It's important to sleep right, exercise right, right? And you maintain a healthy state, and you feed your soul with the Spirit of the Most High, with His knowledge, right? This is what will keep us. This is our faith in this time period that we're living in, right? So we just need to understand that all the foods that we're eating, they are defiled. Capitalism made a big turn on the food industry, right? Everything is fast because of this efficiency, right? So everyone is going a certain route to skip the healthy and natural way of life, right? So yes, we are eating defiled breads. And like I said, I'm a farmer, and I can tell you, right? Shalom.